Hi, welcome to DS Walk's Dribble podcast. I'm your host, DS Walk. And on today's show, we just going to talk about one guy, the man, the myth, the man himself, the king, LeBron James. So before we get to that story, I just want everybody to know the month of May is mental health awareness. And if you are struggling with your mental health, and if you need someone to talk to your mental health, please don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to address your mental health. Address your conversations are free and confidential. We don't want to see anybody in their life or take their lives due to mental health and mental illness. A lot of us, everybody needs to be saved. There are people out here willing and waiting to listen to you, to help you, and to guide you through this whole process. Mental health is no joke. So please take it serious. Please take it serious when someone needs to help. Please take it serious when someone needs to talk. Because we don't know feeling out of place in this world or if they're being bullied. Please listen and please be there. Whether it could be a close family member, a friend, a stranger, whoever it may be, please be there for that person because you want somebody to be there for you. So please be there. Mental Health Awareness Month. I will be doing this throughout my platform. Every time I do a show, I'll be doing this public service announcement because it means a lot to me and it means a lot to others. And remember, if you got time, please get a green ribbon. I have one, and I will be wearing it next time I do the show. So, with that said, I hope everybody's having a blessed day. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Um, Please like, subscribe, and share my show. It helps a brother out. But more importantly, I want you to like, subscribe, share my show because you like me when I talk NBA talk. Now you see in the background, it's everything Detroit because I am from the city and I love everything Detroit. Not really liking with the Tigers how they playing right now. The Wings disappointed 7 years in a row, and the Detroit Lions. You know their season coming up in the summer. Training camp gonna start. We know they did some things in the draft. I haven't really talked about it because I'm not ready to talk about them yet. I'm wait do all my Lions content when the training camp starts. I really don't know how this team is going to look. Don't know anything about the Lions right now other than they disappointed last year. So once we get to that time, I will be talking about the Lions. You probably wonder why I didn't talk about the draft or the free agent signs and all that stuff. Is because, well, I wasn't too impressed. So we'll save that for training camp. The Detroit Pistons will play the Cleveland Cavaliers at 7 p.m. today, live from the LCA. It'll be broadcast on ESPN. This series tied 2-2. Both teams have basically secured their home court. They took care of business. My thoughts on that is that I do believe the Pistons let 2 games slip away. I'm not saying they would have swept Cleveland, but I assure you that they should be heading back home today up 3-1. I don't know what else they can do. Kay Cunningham has been a turnover machine. You know, people can say that, hey, he's carrying the offense, he's doing a lot, and that might be true, but you still have to protect the basketball. You have to protect the ball. You can't afford too many turnovers. You know, teams teams are going to try to get the ball out of Kay Cunningham's hand. He just has to be smart with it. That's all. Kay Cunningham is one of the best players in basketball. He's a top 5 MVP candidate. He's a young player, but he has to do a better job taking care of the basketball. Jalen Duren, I had no answers for. I really don't. This is the second series in a row that he has struggled. He's not averaging double figures. I understand that teams are packing the paint. True enough. But Jalen Duren can't hit a 12 to 15-foot jump shot. Jalen Duren on the defensive end has played very well. But the team needs his offense. You know, we go back and forth. You hear it all the time. Well, who's their second scorer? Who's their second option? Well, in theory, it's Jalen Duren. But we haven't seen Jalen Duren play. He has mightily struggled in these playoffs. And he put probably the worst time to struggle in this postseason because he is due for a new contract. He's a restricted free agent in which the Pistons can match any offer. He is looking for a max deal. He's hoping to get a max deal for the Pistons. I don't think he's going to get that now. If the Pistons somehow find a way to get past Cleveland and get to the East, the conference final against New York, Jalen Duren is going to have to show up. Jalen Duren is going to have to show up. Mad kudos to Tobias Harris. I had no complaints about him. He struggled last game, but other than that, he has been stepped up. He has been the second option for Cade Cunningham. Sir Thompson has been a demon right there on the defense. He has mighty struggle on offense as well. If UJB, I mean, Duncan Robinson has struggled. Caris LeVert came through last game. You're looking for something from the other guys to help Cade and help the starting units and step up. And in the beginning of this playoff series, it was Ron Holland who sparked some energy. And then that faded. And then, Paul Reed and Caris LeVert has played tremendously, but they lost those two games. And then towards the end of that game 4, we seen Marcus Sasser come off the bench and hit shots. My question is where that had been. Where has that been? Why he hasn't been playing sooner? So you go into game 5, if you're the Pistons, you're going to have to find some offense from everybody else. Cade is struggling right now. Last game, I think he had like 12 points. He looks tired because, they throwing double teams at him, triple teams, and they force him to bad turnovers. The man is playing both ends of the basketball. He's tired. He looks tired, and he's playing like a tired basketball player. So the Pistons going to have to find a spark, some energy, and some offense from the other players. That's why I said I don't know where Jalen Duren's been, but the Pistons can use him. To Tobias Harris, he's been stepping up, and now they can use some more of him, scoring a little bit more. They need everybody else in that team to pick up the scoring load, so they give Cade a break. If the Pistons want to beat Cleveland, everybody else got to step up because we see what Cleveland's going to do. Donovan Mitchell, horrible first half in game 4. But he came out in the second half like a man on fire. He played like a pissed off basketball player, and he single-handedly beat Detroit in that second half by himself. James Harden, who has done nothing but been a turnover machine, has stepped up last game. 10 points through the first half. That fourth quarter, he scored 9 big points. Jared Allen stepped up. Evan Mobley, who's been criticized for playing soft, who hasn't lived up to his potential of his contract, came up big last game. Actually, you can say the Cleveland Cavaliers front line has came up big in games 3 and 4. And for Cleveland, it's just plain and simple. They got to get their offenses going. They got to get from the beginning to the end, their offense got to be clicking. They got to get their best players has to play a full game. Defensively, they just had to contain Cade Cunningham, make it hard for him. They have been doing that. And they've been daring other players to step up and shoot. And so far, Tobias Harris and Caris LeVert and Paul Reed has answered that challenge. And if you're Cleveland, that's great. As long as AK not beating them, they don't care about the other players. So game 5 is a pivotal win for both teams. I know some teams say, hey, this is big. This game 5 is big for Detroit. If they lose this game, they're going to lose the series. Both teams, this game 5 is pivotal because if you're Cleveland, you don't want to go back home down 3-2. Now, how bad Detroit looked in games 3 and 4, they were still in the game. And we seen that Detroit being down 17 points doesn't mean anything. They can always make a run and come back and take the lead and win the game. So if you're Cleveland, winning this game is important because you want to go back home and you want to finish them off. You don't want to give this young team any more lifelines. You don't want to give this team more hope that they can win. And trust me, that young Detroit Pistons team, they believe in themselves. They always believe they're never out of a basketball game. If you don't believe me, ask the Orlando Magic. So if you're Cleveland, win this game, take care of business home, and move on to face the Knicks. I mean, for crying out loud, you guys tanked the last 2 weeks of the season to play Detroit. This is what you wanted. Now, if you're on the Pistons side of things, it's plain and simple. Take care of business home, go on the road against Cleveland, and handle business there. You had to find offense somewhere. They had to find offense. Defensively, they had to stop blowing assignments because every time, let me phrase that. Last game, we seen they overhelp, whether it was on Jerry Allen, which I don't know why they trying to overhelp the Jalen Duren on Allen, on Mobley, James Harden. When they see a guy penetrate, it's like the double team is like automatic. Sometimes you just don't need it. You don't need the extra help. Stay on your guy. And we see an occasion where Evan Mobley was left open, he finally hit the 3-point shot. We seen James Harden was left wide open because they overcommitted to the help. Then they need to hit a 3-point shot. Donovan Mitchell went balls out in that second half. And a lot of that was from overhelp. And a lot of that for Donovan Mitchell taking the ball in his own hand, drawing fouls, getting to the hole, playing aggressive. And it's like, look, he forced the official hand. You either going to call a foul on me or you're going to call a foul on them. I'm being aggressive. I said I worked to his favor. The Pistons need to stop overhelping. Stay to your man. You're blowing assignments that way. You don't need to leave guys open. Cleveland Cavaliers as a team is a good 3-point shooting team. Just because they're struggling against the Pistons and they sometimes struggle against the Toronto Raptors doesn't mean that they can't get hot. Dean Wade, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. I forgot the other guy's name. He's been out with a hamstring injury, but they got 4 or 5 guys. Oh, Max Strauss. They got 5 guys who can get hot from the 3-point line and would end this game in the first quarter. So the Pistons need to start overhelping, stick to their man. Their calling card, their Superman strength is defense. And a lot of people say if effort is your calling card, then you have a problem. Not necessarily true. Detroit Pistons can play some very good defense. They got probably the top defense in the NBA. If that's your calling card, stick to your calling card. You don't need to overhelp. Stick to your man. Play some good defense. Use your defense to create offense. Use your defense to get fast break points. That's nothing I was missing from game 4. They have to play smarter. They have to understand the assignment. Know who you're playing against and know who you can double team or not. Don't double team the man that's not hot. Double team the man that's hot. Don't double team the man that's cold. It makes no sense. And again, offensively, they're going to have to find some points somewhere. It just can't come from Cade. It just can't come from Tobias Harris. Everybody else, Jalen Duren, Marcus Sasser, Javonte Green, Ron Holland, Karis LeVert, Duncan Robinson, Asir Thompson, they all have to contribute to the offensive side of the basketball. The Pistons is not going to win playing 3 against 5. As a collective unit, they're going to have to find a way to get points and slow that Cleveland Cavaliers, slow them down. It's a good thing they're playing at home. That LCA is going to be rocking. It's going to be loud. So hopefully we'll see what happens. I don't know who's going to win, be honest with you. I don't. Because this can't go either way. Either way. And if the Pistons win tonight, they got to take that same energy to game 6. Because you know, backs against the wall, Cleveland's gonna come out giving you everything they got. The Pistons got to be able to withstand that. They got to be able to withstand what Cleveland's going to get them tonight. That first quarter is going to be telling. That first 5 minutes of the game is going to be telling for the Pistons of how they're going to play, not only in this game, but for the remainder of this series. This series has potential to go 7. I don't know. I'm hoping the Pistons take care of this in 6. This might go 7. But at the end of the day, the Pistons got to play better. And for the Pistons, the team that they want to play the most has already advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's motivation enough. The team that you've been wanting all year long, the team that you've been beating 4 times this season, has looked tremendous in this postseason. And you've been saying all season long that you want a shot at this team in the postseason where they're waiting on you. If you want them, you got to handle your business against Cleveland to get to them. If you don't handle your business, Cleveland, then this season, in my estimation, is a failure. It should be a good game tonight. Both teams are going to give us everything they got. We'll see who wins. I also want to say my hearts and condolences go out to the family. Grizzlies forward Brandon Clark, who's found dead in the state of California. I'm not here to release any rumors, speculations. I don't know how this man passed away. He was found dead at the age of 29 on Tuesday. We don't have any more details about his passing. According to the LAPD, and please don't take this with a grain of salt, because like I said, we don't know all the details. We don't know anything. This has been reported. This is on ESPN website. According to ESPN website, the LAPD sources confirmed that Brandon Clark was found dead from a possible drug overdose Monday in a home located in Los Angeles, Fernando Valley. Narcotics were found at the scene. There is no evidence of foul play. The Los Angeles Medical Examiner website currently lists Clark's cause of death as deferred, pending additional investigation on its official website. Clark's body also was declared ready for release, according to the Medical Examiner website. The Grizzlies said in a statement that they are heartbroken by the tragic loss of Brandon Clark. Brandon was an outstanding teammate and an even better person whose impact on the organization and the greater Memphis community would not be forgotten, the team said. Priority Sports said in a statement that it is just impossible to put into words how much he'll be missed. Brandon Clark was drafted in the first round by the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2019 and was traded 2 weeks later to the Memphis, where he played his entire 7-year career. As one of the longest tenured members of the Grizzlies, Brandon was a beloved teammate and leader who played the game with enormous passion and grit. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in a statement, "Our thoughts and sympathies are with Brandon's family, friends, and the Grizzlies organization." The National Basketball Players Association said, "This is an incredible loss for the brotherhood. He will be remembered, Brandon, not only for the immense joy he brought to many throughout his career, but for the genuine friendship he built far beyond basketball." Rest in peace, Brandon Clark. You know, when you lose someone in the fashion way Brandon Clark passed away, it breaks your heart. We don't know, like I said, we don't know all the details. Don't know what's going on in his life. You know, it's heartbreaking. You know, see a young man at the age of 29 died of an overdose. It's heartbreaking that he has so much life ahead of him. He has so much joy to bring to this world. And for that, you know, he won't be around to bring that joy to his family, his friends, his teammates, or to strangers, or to whoever he runs into in his life. We won't see that. I know some people said that if they seen Brandon Clark at the Orlando Magic and Piston playoff series, supporting Desmond Bain. He was there with John Morant and and Jaren Jackson Jr. Um, there's nothing I can say, man. It's just heartbroken. See a young man pass away. Again, my condolences to him. My condolences to his family and friends, to everyone who knows Brandon Clark. My condolences also goes out to the community of the Memphis, Tennessee, who he's well loved and respected. And just make sure you keep his loved ones in his prayers. Also, yesterday, Jason Collins, the first opening day NBA player, died yesterday of a brain cancer at the age of 47. This man was a pillar in the gay community. He the first opening gay NBA player. He was diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer. One of the deadliest form of brain cancer. It is. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Well, actually, I am. It's glioblastoma. It's one of the deadliest form of brain cancer. He traveled to Singapore this past winter to receive experimental treatment, not yet authorized in the United States. Those treatments were effective enough for him to return home, attend NBA All-Star Weekend events in Los Angeles, and go to a game. It's alma mater Stanford. But unfortunately, the cancer returned, and he died peacefully at his Los Angeles home, surrounded by his family. He's a twin. His brother Jaron Collins also played in the NBA. Both brothers played NBA at the same time. Collins retired in 2014 after a 13-year career that includes stops with the New Jersey Nets, Memphis Grizzlies, Minnesota Timberwolves, Atlanta Hawks, Boston Celtics, Washington Wizards, and returned to the Nets after they moved to Brooklyn. He announced he was gay in 2013 Sports Illustrated cover story, becoming the first public gay athlete to play in any of the 4 main North American sports leagues. It also going to say he went on to say when he chose to come out, there was no scandal or anything. Collins told ESPN in November, this was like, I feel that I am good enough to play NBA, and by the way, I'm gay. Just so everyone knows the cards on the table, this is where I am. Thankfully, the Nets were the one team that gave me a tryout. Collins played 22 games for the Brooklyn Nets during the 2013-14 season, alongside teammates Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Brook Lopez, and Joe Johnson. The culture team was Jason Kidd, whom Collins had played with as a teammate on the Jersey Nets team that made to the NBA Finals in 2002-2003. I think a lot of us is not going to remember Jason Collins for being a gay man. A lot of his peers going to remember him and his family as the great man that he is or was. Yes, he's the first open gay athlete, but it was more to Jason Collins than just being a gay athlete. And I think a lot of his peers who know him, who travel with him, who spend time with him, is going to know him, going to remember him more than just a gay athlete. And as an NBA fan, I'm saddened that a guy who played in the league, a guy who the first open gay athlete, a guy who accomplished a lot in the NBA has passed away. Cancer sucks. Cancer sucks. Cancer has taken away a lot of people. And you just wish that there was something, a cure or something that can cure cancer. But I guess, those are studies that we're still working on. I remember Jared Collins for his strength. I'm going to remember him as a young guy. I remember who played NBA Finals. Rough. rugged. I'm remember him for the class act that he is. And I'm not the only one. Um, I pray he rest in peace. My condolences go out to his family. And hey man, look, Brandon Clark, Jason Collins, two highly respected guys in the NBA, passed away on the same day. It goes to show you that life is short, life is precious. So please spend every bit of time out here that we have left doing something amazing. Spend time with our family, spend time with your friends, but when you spend time doing something amazing to help others and to help yourself. Death has death don't discriminate. When it's your time, it's your time. So make sure you spend every time out here doing something positive and leaving a mark of good out here. There's too many times that we hear people who pass away and they don't leave a mark at all. There's too many times where people pass away. It won't be a lot of us don't remember the good things they did. We always remember the bad things they done. I think it's time to start doing some good things out here while we're still alive. Like Brandon Clark has done, being loved in this community, like Jason Collins has done, being loved by everybody. Cherish these moments that we have left. And now let's get to the show on the template. This is about LeBron James. This is about the King. And this is about what's next for LeBron James. What's going to happen with LeBron? We all know LeBron has completed his 23rd season, been in the league since 2003. We all know LeBron has some decisions that he's going to have to make, whether he wants to come back and play for the Lakers, go home to Cleveland, go to Golden State, go to the New York Knicks, or simply just retire. We don't know what LeBron James wants to do. Only LeBron James knows what he wants to do. LeBron James, for this season with the Lakers, he averaged 20.9 points, 6.1 rebounds, 7.2 assists on 51.5% from the field goal. For any player other than LeBron James, that's a successful season. But for a 43-year-old, 42, 41, yeah, I think he's 41 years old. That's a successful season for a 40-year-old basketball player. LeBron James has defined father time every year, ever since season 20 in the NBA. He has defined father time. LeBron James has accomplished everything you possibly imagine in the NBA. All-time leading scorer, all-time minutes played. Everything with LeBron James is all time. LeBron James, as far as I'm concerned, he has nothing to prove out here to nobody. Nobody at all. Not even to himself. LeBron James loved the game of basketball more than anybody out here. I can say that because the man has just completed year 23. LeBron James has options. And the last option I didn't mention, LeBron James can retire at any time he wants. Now, why would he entertain retirement? Well, like I said, he has done everything in basketball. He got to play with his son. He got to play for the Lakers, a team that he grew up loving. He won 4 NBA championships. He won, 3 or 4 league MVPs, all-star MVPs, Olympic gold medals. He was a high school phenomenon. He is by far one of the greatest high school players to ever play in high school. He didn't go to college, didn't need to. LeBron James brought a championship to the Cleveland Cavaliers and famously said, Cleveland, this one is for you. Came back from 3-1 deficit and beat the Golden State Warriors. Won a championship in the bubble where some people put an asterisk next to that. I don't. Because it was difficult. He won a championship in the bubble in which every team who participated in the NBA bubble and players were away from family and friends. They played in an arena where there was no crowd. They played in an arena where it was just them and the opposing team. It was like they went back to playing open gym. That's what it was. They had to be confined to their room. They couldn't leave the area they was at. That's tough. Mentally, that's tough. LeBron James won 2 championships with the Miami Heat, playing with his best friend D Wade and playing with Chris Bosh, and wish they should have won more if they would stay together. LeBron James has become the first basketball player to be a billionaire, active player. The man has business dealings. The man has done everything that you could possibly ever dreamed of as a ball player, as a businessman. This man watched his boys play college basketball. His oldest son was drafted to the team that he currently plays on, the Los Angeles Lakers, and played games with his sons by his side. This man, I know some of us forget, opened up a school back home in Cleveland. Or excuse me, back home in Akron, Ohio. LeBron James did it all. He has done it all. And we sit here and say, what's left for him to do in the NBA? Win another championship. See, LeBron James is going to take this time to think about the teams that he can honestly go to and help and just one more time compete for a championship. There's going to be a certain amount of teams, contending teams, that's going to go out and try to get LeBron James services. Now, there's a chance that LeBron James can go back to the Los Angeles Lakers and try to do this one more time, the Lakers, with Luka trying to bring a championship to LA. Or he can go to those other teams. He can go team up Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler in Golden State and try to win a ring there. He can try to go to the New York Knicks and team up with Jalen Brunson and bring a championship to the Big Apple. Or he can go back home to Cleveland and bring another chip there. He can go to the Denver Nuggets. He can go to Detroit Pistons. He can go to the Boston Celtics. Who we don't know. LeBron James has options and choices of what he wants to do. Now, how long he wants to play, we don't know. We honest God don't know. He might want to play 1 more year. He might want to play 2 more years. But LeBron James deserves this time right now to sit back, delegate with his family, figure out his next move, and when he's ready, he'll let us know. I know a lot of people are going to rip on LeBron because of he didn't play a lot of games. He's been injury prone. He's not the same player. He whatever you can think of, hate on LeBron, or someone call him little bum or little crybaby, whatever. I don't care. You can say something about LeBron James. But I'm sitting here to tell you, if LeBron James come to your team, you're going to love LeBron James. That is the way I feel. LeBron James is still an effective basketball player. And I always say when it comes to LeBron James that at this stage of his life, LeBron James is not going to affect any team winning or losing in the regular season. LeBron James affect the team winning and losing the postseason. Because that's what we're going to judge every superstar player and what they do is in the postseason. I think that if LeBron James decided to go back to the Lakers, I think the Lakers going to have to make some hell of a changes to that roster to be a championship contending team. If LeBron James decided to go to any of those teams I named or some team I didn't name, if he decides to go to those teams would instantly be championship contending teams. And LeBron James said it best. He said during this past Lakers season, when somebody asked him, was he a number three option? LeBron said, I've never been a third option. So that guess to answer your question, and was he option one, option two, option three? He never been a third option. And that makes totally sense to me. Whenever LeBron James decides to retire, I hope everybody understand that we as fans, as basketball fans, we all need to stand up, give this man a standing ovation because the work that he has done. He understood the assignment from day one. He understood what he had to do. Out of all the players for the last 23 years that played in the NBA, only LeBron James understood the assignment that he needs to come out every game and give it all you got and lay it on the line. In a league where we see a lot of players rest or players don't play when they're hurt or they call it load management, or when players don't show up in big games or in big playoff games, LeBron James has done that. When we get mad about when superstar players don't meet expectations, LeBron James has met every expectation that came his way. For the life of me, I really don't understand the hate for LeBron James that much. As a basketball fan, I appreciate LeBron James. As a basketball player, I appreciate him, what he's done for the game of basketball. And I think when he retires, I think that we all need to stand up and show him that appreciation back. Because he has met and done everything that's possible to elevate this game, this kids game called NBA. This kids game that we call basketball that we all love to watch and play. I hope LeBron come back for another year. Again, we all don't know. And the one thing that he does deserve is a retirement tour. Whether he wants that or not, we don't know. But I'd love to see LeBron come back one more year and try to win ring number 5. So that his book can finally be finished. It might be finished now. But chasing that ring number 5 and playing NBA Finals one more time and possibly win it, I think that would be special for LeBron. More than LeBron James fans. All right. So with that said, everybody gear up for Game 5 tonight between the Cavaliers and Pistons. Also, congratulations goes out to the Thunder for sweeping their series against the Lakers. Congratulations to the Knicks for sweeping their series against the Sixers. And by the way, Daryl Morey was president of operation with the Philadelphia 76ers, was let go. That was a long time coming. I would love to see Bob Myers in that position, but fortunately, he doesn't want that job. Whoever is hired to be the president of operation for the Sixers, they got some choices to make with Paul George and Joel Embiid. Two guys at that time, they got their money, worth it. Now, not so much. They're gonna have to figure out that situation and figure out how to continue to build this team around Tyrese Maxey. And whoever takes that job, understand that you in Philadelphia. That's a passionate fan base. You better come with it, or you're gonna get booed out of the arena. Also, congratulations to the Washington Wizards on winning the first pick of the NBA draft. I will do a draft show later on, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's about it. So everybody, enjoy your Wednesday. I'll talk to you tomorrow. This has been the DS Walks Dojo podcast, and I'm out. Peace.